Daniel 2, Daniel 7, and Revelation 13. The dreams and visions of Daniel 2, Daniel 7, and Revelation 13 form a unified eschatological framework that spans from ancient Babylon to the final Antichrist kingdom. The Roman Empire and its fragmented iron and clay legacy is critical in understanding how figures like Hitler, the Third Reich, and modern globalism fit into prophecy. Let's examine this step by step. The prophetic sequence of empires. Daniel 2, the statue dream. Nebuchadnezzar's statue represents a sequence of Gentile empires. 1. Head of gold, Babylon, 606-539 BC. 2. Chest and arms of silver, Medo-Persia, 539-331 BC. 3. Belly and thighs of bronze, Greece, 331-168 BC. 4. Legs of iron, Rome, 168 BC, 476 AD. 5. Feet of iron and clay, divided, fragile kingdoms, 476 AD present. 6. Stone cut without hands, Christ's kingdom that destroys all others, Daniel 7. Beasts from the sea, same sequence, different symbolism, God's view. Lion, Babylon, bear, Medo-Persia, leopard, Greece, terrifying beast with iron teeth, Rome, 10 horns, final division, a little horn, Antichrist rises from this system. Revelation 13, final beast, composite of Daniel's beasts, one global beast system with features of all past empires, empowered by the dragon, Satan, headed by the Antichrist. Is Rome a continuation? Until Christ returns? Yes. The Roman Empire is depicted not as vanishing, but as morphing. The legs of iron transition to the feet of iron and clay, symbolizing a divided, fragmented continuation of Rome, some parts strong, iron, and others weak, clay, a confederation of nations rather than a single empire. The Antichrist arises from this final fragile structure, Daniel 2:41-43. The kingdom shall be divided, some of the strength of the iron shall be in it, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. So, Rome never fully died. It metastasized into a loose alliance of Western powers that still carry its legacy: legal systems, militarism, centralized governance, and imperial ambition. What are the nations of the iron and clay? Characteristics of the final kingdom. Mixed racial, cultural, and political unions. Clay, sacre humanity, iron, sac empire. It will be partly strong, partly brittle. They do not cleave together. Disunity, multiculturalism, ideological fracture. United economically or militarily, but not spiritually or culturally. Likely modern nations, post-Rome, post-Holy Roman Empire. Western Europe, Italy, Germany, France, Spain, Austria, Eastern remnants, Turkey, Byzantium, Balkans, former British Empire nations, UK, US, Canada, Papal and EU influences, possibly NATO and the European Union. Both trace their authority back to Roman ideals. These are not exclusive, but descendants of Roman civilization and aligned under its philosophical political legacy. How does Hitler and the Third Reich fit in? Reviving Rome through violence and occultism. Hitler believed he was reviving the Roman Empire, spiritually and militarily. The Third Reich, after the First Reich, Holy Roman Empire, and Second German Empire, was, militaristic, anti-Christian in spirit, obsessed with bloodlines, eugenics, Aryan supremacy, inspired by Roman architecture, myth, and imperial conquest, engaged in pagan occult rituals and pursuit of ancient power. Hitler is viewed by many as a prototype or foreshadowing of the Antichrist. Charismatic rise, global war, genocide of God's people, Jews, globalist dreams, destruction from within Revelation 13:7-8, Antichrist system. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. The Third Reich failed because it was premature. But the spirit of empire, especially Roman-style totalitarianism, continues and will return to being more polished, more deceptive, more seductive. The final empire will be a blended monstrosity. Like the beast in Revelation 13, it will be a fusion of Babylonian pride, Persian control, Greek philosophy, and Roman power. The final empire will combine technocratic power, religious deception, and political control, all rooted in the legacy of Rome and the empires that preceded it. The Antichrist will rise from these nations, possibly through a global crisis that causes the iron and clay nations to unite under a single charismatic figure. Christ's return, the stone. In Daniel 2, a stone cut without hands smashes the statue at the feet, not the head. Christ returns not during Babylon or Greece, but during the fragmented empire stage, i.e., the modern day, where nations are part iron, part clay. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. Daniel 2:44. Conclusion: Hitler and the Third Reich, a prototype of the Antichrist kingdom. A failed but revealing attempt to revive Rome's totalitarian spirit, Rome. Still present spiritually, culturally, legally, and politically. The legs became feet of iron and clay, which will host the final empire. Feet of iron and clay. A fragile confederation of modern Western and Eastern powers, divided ideologically, but united by globalism and empire building. The final kingdom will rise from this fractured alliance, possibly through a European or Mediterranean leader, using crises to gain control. Christ's return. He strikes the statue at the feet, destroying all man-made empires and setting up his eternal kingdom.